What kind of discipline is best?
Welcome to Parenting Matters Now, a source of parenting advice a few minutes at a time.
Hi, it's Dr. Rogers Mill with the Parenting Matters Now. This is a touchy topic, and no matter how I answer this question, there are going to be haters and there are going to be people that are going to be dissatisfied with my answer. But let me say this. First of all, discipline is 90% training, coaching, cheering, teaching, practice, and only 10% punishment. So if your focus is on punishment, you will be 100% frustrated, and so will your child. But on the other hand, if you neglect punishment, you will begin to be focused on it because there has to be this marriage between all of those positive training aspects, the teaching, coaching, encouraging, cheerleading, all those things, but also the correction and punishment when that is the need of the moment. And where one of those components is missing, everybody's frustrated. And so I talk a lot about that in my book, about those who had lots of restriction, lots of rules in their home, and those who had absolutely none. It goes with punishment too. If there was lots of punishment or there was no punishment, it leaves the child insecure, unstable, and unhappy. And so let's talk about what does it look like. Benjamin Franklin, one of my heroes, he was not a parenting expert, but he did have a lot of wisdom, and he had a lot of wise sayings, and here was one of them. Pain instructs. Pain instructs. And so punishment does involve some sort of pain. The one kind of pain that it should never be, it should not be the pain of rejection. The pain of rejection is abuse. And so the age-old question always gets around to, do you believe in spanking? Do you believe in corporal punishment? I will say it in this context. The earlier that you correct your child, the less force is needed. The earlier you correct them, the less force. So oftentimes I see parents getting to the point where they are becoming very angry and intense and agitated. They have waited too long to address whatever the situation is. My encouragement is you intervene early, but you use only enough force, whatever force you're going to use in your home. You only use enough to accomplish the goal of getting your child's attention and helping them to understand the boundaries and help them to be willing to stay within the boundaries. So the less emotion, the better the understanding. If your emotion is high, it doesn't matter what technique you use. If your emotion is high, your child is getting all the wrong messages. It has to be done when your emotion is under control. If spanking is done, it must be done with care and done carefully. And it must be done not in a retaliation. You're going to get what you've got coming. It can't be that mindset. If you are saying that, you're going to get what you got coming. It doesn't matter what you're delivering. That is retaliation. Our heart, our desire for our child should be for them to grow in doing what is right and understanding what is right. And those family standards have to be communicated in such a way that that child knows for sure where you stand and that you stand together. Well, first I must say that the parents must stand together. But secondly, that the parent and the child are together. You are not in opposition. You are helping that child learn the boundaries, learn what is right, learn good behavior, learn good attitude, all those things. And that is the goal of any correction, any punishment, is training for what we would refer to as righteousness or right living. If spanking is done, I said done with care and done carefully, but enough to get the job done. The goal is not to ever injure a child. So you can injure your child with words. You can injure your child with rejection. And so any of these techniques can be carried to an extreme to where your child suffers and your family suffers. So the goal is to help your child learn the boundaries, the importance of their own decisions, because we are training them towards self-control. Retaliation and retribution is abuse in any form. If you're retaliating, you need to have some correction. Whew, it's a heavy subject, isn't it? Discipline in the home. And be quite honest, in our home, we used spanking on a limited basis. It is not the only way to correct a child. And it must be done carefully and such that the pain communicates. It is the language. It is not payback. Pain is a language that helps your child understand. And if pain is not necessary for your child to understand, do not use pain. So there should be a careful use of whatever you use, whether it's words, whether it's separation. The communication is, we're together, I am on your side, I'm helping you. And that we together are going to get through this. And the end result, the end goal of any discipline, whether be it the positive side or the negative side, the whole goal is restoration and redemption of a relationship, bringing back together, coming together. And where you are forcing a separation, be careful, because those things leave scars, emotional scars. Discipline in the home. Know your child, and know that one child is much more sensitive than the other, and you need to handle them differently. It's Dr. Roger Smith with Parenting Matters Now.
Subscribe to Parenting Matters Now for more advice, or go to rogersmithmd.com to search for more topics. See you next time.